The primary concerns when we started the program was on the ability of primarily state and local governments to prevent terrorism and to respond in an interjurisdictional, interdisciplinary way. That was actually very challenging. Some would say that as a result of the September 11th attacks, there was a lot more attempts to reduce stovepiping of agencies. One of the main educational focuses was to break down those stovepipes, break down those barriers between the different disciplines, between the levels of government, between the private and public sector. And that's what we try and do in the programs that we have here. We try and bring in as much a diverse model of what we think Homeland Security and Homeland Defense looks like in the real world and try and replicate that in the classroom. So all of our classrooms, whether it's the master's program, our executive courses, whether here, West Virginia, or in the Pacific, are all comprised of a wide range of disciplines and senior executives. For example, you might have a Coast Guard admiral sitting next to the adjutant general from a state, sitting next to a public affairs officer from the Pentagon, sitting next to a fire commissioner from Boston, sitting next to the emergency management director for Los Angeles. As diverse a group as we can put together, we believe that that's where the generation of innovative ideas and the debate of policy and strategy really happens. The applications for our master's degree program are fairly rigorous. We are looking for people with experience in a Homeland Security related field or a national security related field. We are looking for those with an academically rigorous background. And we're also looking for how they express their current thinking on Homeland Security and national security related issues from a policy and strategic point of view, not so much from a tactical. In our executive programs, we are looking for the senior folks, the leaders of agencies and organizations across the realm. We're looking for folks from the Navy and the military who maybe are base commanders, responsible for force protection, responsible for the protection of critical infrastructure. We're looking for those in the federal government who are responsible for large federal programs. At the state and local level, we're looking for first responders and their bosses. We're looking for fire commissioners. We're looking for sheriffs. We're looking for public health directors. Again, the idea there is to create as diverse a cohort as possible so that they can learn from each other and the diversity of their views add to the conversation. For our mobile programs, we are looking to talk to governors. We're looking to talk to mayors of large urban areas. We're looking to national associations who bring those people together. And these mobile programs, our people go to their sites, to their locations, to have short, half-day, one-day seminars to discuss the wicked problems of the policy and strategies that they face in their role in national security and homeland security. Our curriculum for Homeland Defense and Security belongs to National Security Affairs Department. So we have many instructors from the National Security Affairs Department, as well as other departments on campus.
I'm a professor at the National Security Affairs Department and at the Center for Homeland Defense and Security here at NPS. At NSA, I teach the classes on border security and Mexico politics and government. At the Center for Homeland Defense and Security, I teach innovation and strategic planning, strategic thinking, right? So in both cases, my main role as a professor has to do with teaching or facilitating an experience for our students to enhance their own cognitive capacities to learn about innovation, transformation, and making things happen. For border security class, we explore the challenges of understanding what borders are, what the perimeter means from the point of view of security and defense, from identity, and from geopolitics and geostrategy. This is a very important topic because the United States of America's first line of defense, or last, depending how you think about it, it's situated at the borders, and this is a key homeland security topic. We get a perfect crosscut of the Homeland Security practitioner profile. This includes first responders, police, fire, emergency management, public health, border patrol. Whoever has a role to play in protecting the territory of the United States of America and its institutions and its citizens will be in our classroom, state, federal, local, and tribal. But we also will have members of the military, NORTHCOM in particular, people who will have the responsibility to interact with first responders and law enforcement during a catastrophe here, but also need to understand the challenges of securing the territory of the United States in this intermestic world that we live in which there is a very strong overlap between domestic challenges and international challenges. Homeland security is a moving target. right? It's a field that it's evolving with the threat, and the threat is evolving because the threat is based on many things, and one that I would like to talk about, and that's very important for me, is the fact that Homeland Security is the science of catastrophes, right? It's a discipline that has been created to deal with crises that go beyond the response capability of normal institutions, right? Something becomes a Homeland Security issue when it's too big for normal institutions within government to respond to that. That's very different to the perspective that we have of Homeland Security as a counterterrorism idea, etc. But if you think about it, 9/11 as an event showcased exactly that. It's an event that was so big and so important that required resources from many different institutions, and that it had ripple effects that were all over the planet. So I would say that reframing or understanding Homeland Security as a discipline of catastrophe means that the more we understand about the vulnerabilities that are emerging in our society, the more technologically dependent our society is, the more tools are available for adversarial forces against us. Any new technology brings at the same time opportunities for innovators to improve the state of the world and make it better, and for people to do bad things and harm others, right? So we want to make sure that the Homeland Security enterprise is there to preserve our capacity to reinvent the world and make it better, while at the same time be careful to prevent some of the dangerous consequences of these new technologies in the homeland.